Hello, and congratulations on finishing your third session. I sure wish I was there with you to hear all about it. And in fact, you have my email address. I would love it if you would send me an email and let me know how the program's going for you. I would really love to hear about it. That's what I miss the most. I'm so grateful that I was able to put together this online program because it's able to reach more people and make it more accessible. Like you've noticed, these sessions, like everything that's included in a session is like what I do in one session. So my sessions take quite a bit of time, and there's only one of me, so I can only do so many in person. But I love it, and so I would love to hear your experience, because that's what I miss the most about doing these with you in person. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that session. And as always, it's a really good idea to journal after doing this session. The sooner after the session, the better, because it will help you get more clarity and information about everything. And just a heads up, like it's uncanny how when people are coming here, and after this session, over the next week or two, they're going to be like, "Hey, Amy, you are not going to believe who called me out of the blue." And it will be somebody that they hadn't talked to in 20 years, but they came up in this forgiveness session. And so when we change things on the spiritual plane, it carries down to the physical plane. So it changes our relationships and also changes our patterns, because we, especially if you had people that, like your mom or husband or ex-husband that you have kids with, or whatever the situation is, whenever we have those kinds of relationships that come up, but we still have to deal with these people, then it shifts, and they feel the shift. Their soul knows why. Their conscious mind and the physical part of them may or may not know why, but they feel the shift too. And that changes the patterns in relationships. But it's not uncommon at all for you to hear from people who came up in this session, and you may not have talked to them in a long time. Now, depending on what the situation is, of course, just because you forgave them, that doesn't mean that we have to go in and have a relationship with them again, right? So that's up to you, but just be prepared that you do notice changes in your relationships after this session with the people that came up in your session, okay? So as far as your homework this week, make sure you're doing your muscle testing at least once a day. Muscle test something every day. It doesn't matter what it is. Your hookup, do that once a day, because there will be a technique that comes up later where you need to do these. Plus it's good for you, right? It's helping you balance the hemispheres of your brain, and muscle testing is building your intuition. And then this week this one's a special week as far as your self-hypnosis goes, because you have two different self-hypnosis recordings. So one is your regular one that you have been working on doing affirmations, but of course we've added some more steps to this one. The affirmation for this week is, thank you, God, for my life, all of it. Okay? And of course you can use universe, spirit, angel, whatever, Allah, whatever your higher power is for you. It doesn't matter. But whatever your higher power is, but God, thank you, God, for my life, all of it. And this affirmation is about helping us find gratitude in everything. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrational, it's one of the fastest ways to improve our mood, to improve our life, to manifest, to everything. Gratitude is extremely powerful. And so this affirmation is helping bring in more gratitude and helping us see the brighter side of every single situation. And as we bring in more of that, it pushes out more of the bad. It's going to help raise your vibration. because this is going to be the last week that we use affirmations. If you're practicing your homework, this is the last week for that. Starting next week is where you learn how to connect to higher guidance in your meditation. And like I'd mentioned before, raising that vibration is important to be able to hear that guidance. Okay. Also, with this week, then there's another recording for your self-hypnosis, and it is going back to the soul plane, and this time you receiving forgiveness from anyone that you need to be forgiven from. Okay, so we're just dropping all that baggage, all that negativity this week, and it gives you an opportunity to get a lot of things off your chest, and in the process of you getting forgiveness, then it also really helps you forgive yourself for a lot of stuff, is really what a lot of it's about. And it's about taking responsibility. And so I highly suggest you do that one. And now if I would suggest too that if there's something that you need to be forgiven for, I would start doing, and say somebody is still alive and they're still around, and you do this session and you ask for forgiveness on the soul plane, then I would give it a few days after you do it on the soul plane, and then I would either write that person a letter or give them a call, and I would suggest even on the physical plane, asking for forgiveness as well. Once you do it on the soul plane, it will make it so much easier, and plus you will have a lot more clarity around it, and it doesn't really matter how they react, because you will have done what was right for you, and it'll just bring closure to any negative situations. Right? Because this is all about you and moving forward. And sometimes we just have to, that's just part of the letting go process. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this session. Next week's session is going to be where you learn to, so we connect to higher guidance, and we work on all sorts of different things. We work on letting go of more lower vibrational emotions and raising your vibration. And then I give you time to connect with higher guidance, to ask different questions and stuff. And you also get to, we're going to get information and guidance in various areas of your life, but we'll go over that next week. But just know that next week is where the training wheels come off and you start doing self-hypnosis, connecting to higher guidance. So make sure that you're practicing your self-hypnosis this week so that you're prepared for that, as well as your muscle testing and your hookup. And you have my email. If you need anything or just want to shoot me an email, let me know how it's going. I would love to hear from you. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you in the next video. Take care for now.